It is a certainty now that the vice president is coming to Fort Wayne in 2 days and will hold a campaign-style rally during a stop.
And local Democratic Party leaders are saying the decision to host that event could threaten public health. Jeff Newmeyer's live downtown with more on this. Jeff.
Brian, Chris, we now have it from the Trump campaign that the rally's planned for Thursday afternoon. Doors set to open around at 2:30 in the afternoon, and the vice president is supposed to start speaking about 4:30. We're also told it will be at the Fort Wayne Aero Center at Fort Wayne International Airport. The vice president will be having a very public event in between campaign-related stops in Michigan and central Indiana. Thursday will be 12 days before the presidential election, so it's a big deal when a presidential or vice presidential candidate sets foot in your city that late in the game. Indiana does not often land those kinds of visits since the state generally goes Republican in the presidential race, and the campaigns tend to focus on battleground states like Ohio. You'll hear in a moment from the chairwoman of the Allen County Democratic Party who thinks the large gathering could pose a COVID-19 threat, criticizing Pence for his handling of an HIV outbreak in southern Indiana years ago while he was governor. Local Republican leaders, meanwhile, are pumped about the visit.
He is showing his respect and his commitment to the people of the 3rd District and Northeast Indiana by taking the effort to not just fly over our area in between Pontiac, Michigan and Indianapolis, but rather to actually get on the ground and make a commitment to rally the troops.
Now he is, in charge of this pandemic, and which is completely out of control, over 200,000 Americans dead, and he's coming here and having an event which could potentially spread that even further. So I am not sure why he's coming here.
I agree with the president in that we have to still live our lives, but at the same time, be aware that it's out there and it is very dangerous. So I don't want to underestimate that, but I think that, we haven't seen too much of an issue with that from other rallies.
The number 2 Republican leader in the U.S. House of Representatives, Steve Scalise, he'll be in town that day, too, for a fundraiser for Congressman Jim Banks. I'm told details are being worked out to make sure the two events don't conflict, and shouldn't really, because I think that Scalise event will be a little later in the afternoon, which could, if it was a problem, it would force some of the local influential Republican donors possibly have to make a choice. I think that'll all be worked out. Now, if you have questions about ticket information regarding attending the Pence rally, you can go to our website. You need to make sure you don't get there any later than 4 o'clock because the doors close at 4 o'clock. Brian and Krista, back to you.
All right, some big coordination there going on behind the scenes for sure, Jeff. Thank you.